let you do you. Just keep him busy.
Hi, Zubble1975 and welcome to Elite Dangerous on the Xbox. And today I'm going to be talking about Jabba's Palace again. This is a Discord on the Xbox version of Elite Dangerous that offers a lot of entertainment, a lot of fun, a lot of sport. One of the things they do on there is bounty boards. Now, they have bounty boards and people get paid bounties for killing certain commanders and selling them certain death comms. Recently I did a video where I kill a member of IED, and that was for a 100 mil bounty. In fact, I was down in that same area hunting again because the two sides that were at war were IED and 227th, and they both had bounties on them worth 100 million. So it was well worth popping down. Whichever side you caught, you could get people that were worth 100 million. We came down here mob-handed, me, Scooby, Panda and Danish Viking, and we located some commanders, got some kills. Panda is actually the Mando in the Jabba's Palace, which means he's the most successful bounty hunter, which is quite funny. And as of recording this, Frodo is the holder of the Darksaber, which is basically the best PvPer, or the title for the or just 1v1 challenges. It's who has that trophy. So basically people challenge for it, and it just creates interest in PvP. Yeah, it's just a fun little side thing that people do. Jabba's Palace itself is kind of like a free-for-all. It's a bit of a crazy Discord channel. There's all sorts of salt going on in there on a regular basis. It's got to be said, sometimes it can get a little OTT, but it is a unmoderated 18 rated chat. There's also Jabba's Wall, where people get put in carbon on it if they misbehave. There's all sorts of fun themic stuff going on there. Here's a poor member of 227th getting torpedoed. Danish Viking brought a crate with torpedoes in it, and that basically yeah, you know, it was a bit mean, but it was yeah, quite brutal. But when you're worth 100 million credits, bounty hunters are going to come swarming and try and get those kills. And yeah, it is, people may not believe this, but it is actually quite difficult to kill other players in Elite Dangerous. In some ways it's very, very easy. In other ways it's very, very difficult. If the person knows what they're doing and is cautious, it's very difficult to kill them. I know by saying this I'm going to get probably a bounty put on me and people coming to hunt me, but it's not a problem. I was hunted for 2 years by one of the police factions in this game on a regular basis, and I very rarely died to them in my trade or trade ships or while I was out and about doing my business. The only time I really died to them was when I elected to engage in PvP fights and have some fun with them. But you know, the amount of times they hunted me, like, you know, try to drop wings on me, they were very unsuccessful. Paul of War once killed me in an SRV. I think that was the sum total of being killed out and about on my travels. Oh, I did lose a cutter, but that was because I shot the station and got left with 27% hull, and then Garrick's chased me down. But yeah, I've died tons in PvP fights. I die all the time in PvP fights, but then I'm not very good at PvP. I am the gimbal scrub, and you know, I'm no great shakes when it comes to PvP. This is my Anaconda, and I think I'm shooting the right reticle for my frags. I'm sure someone will tell me in the comments down below, because the last time I brought you a video of my Condor I was shooting the wrong reticle, which was winding a few people up. But I have fun winging it around in this game, helping people hunt people for bounties. It's the reason I actually built this ship and gave it a wake scanner, is so we could persistent hunt people, track them down and secure kills for bounties. And it's been working. I get like quite a few kills in it, which, considering I'm terrible in bigs, is really funny. And it's also not a very good ship, because that I loved the overcharged beam laser I put on this, but it's a terrible move. You shouldn't do it. I wouldn't advise it. It's better with something with lower distro draw. Anyway, I'm going to take a break now to hear from our sponsor. So we're going to take a pause to take a quick look at what you guys sponsor. With your guys' views, you help out Big Red Rooster Cockerel Rescue, helping out cocks of all sizes, all shapes, and for the love of the cock, keep watching so we can raise money for this lovely little animal rescue and save birds like my little co-pilot here. I would like to just say after that advert that thank you to everyone who's recently donated. It's been a huge help. You know, running the rescue in times of a financial crisis that we're in and cost of living crisis and all the rest of it. It's been a bit of a nightmare, but it's thanks to support from people like yourselves that we've managed to continue. So thank you to anyone who's donated. Thank you to anyone who's watched any of my videos. If you want to help out, just like and share my videos, because all the views I get does actually help. I do raise money from YouTube. You know, all that money goes straight to Big Red Rooster Rescue, straight into Big Red Rooster's PayPal, basically as a donation, and that's it. I don't touch it. You know, I just let it go over there. It gets spent, all gets spent on cock, which is the most important thing. Now, back to the video. Yeah, we were hunting 227th or IED, whoever we found down here, and trying to claim kills and get kills. And like I say, I quite enjoy the PvP aspect of it. You know, there's a fun element of people putting bounties on each other. Some people put bounties on themselves to stir up a bit of interest. It makes the game, you know, more alive and more fun. People are constantly trying to track other people down and kill them. You know, I think I had a 2 billion bounty on me at one point, but it was kind of a ridiculous one. They've had to strip away a lot of the stipulations they used to have on Jabba's palace, but basically it's just good fun, silly roleplay. I think the minimum bounty is 100 million, so you have to really want someone dead. Considering you're paying 100 million for someone to take a rebuy, which at most is going to be 55 to 60 million, like, you know, do the maths. If you're killing someone in an FDL, it's not exactly going to cost them a lot, and yet you're forking out, you know, masses. Here's why I have this ship for doing this. Go straight after the wake, but you know, this person clearly knew a little bit about escape and evasion and had done the sensible part. So, you know, there's a whole fun element to chasing and tracking other players and trying to kill other players. It's not something I normally indulge in. I'm not that good at it. Like I say, Attack Panda has been loving it since Jabba's Palace opened. He's been bounty hunting like a good one. I helped him out with killing some bounties a little while ago, and occasionally we'll team up and go bounty hunting. It helps me get into those American instances where a lot of these bounties get paid, and equally I can help him get after the targets that he can't instance with normally. Though me and Panda have some weird instancing issues. We cannot instance together in Soul. Don't know why. Soul is just like our curse system. We can't instance together. No rhyme or reason. It's very weird. Anyway, 1 second.
A few inches later.
So, I mean, the cutter escaped on me, which is fair enough. The cutter is the easiest ship to escape anything in this game. Unless you're an idiot like me and shoot the station, you should be pretty safe in a cutter. But we did again try to get the same Corvette that we already killed. But, you know, fair play to them. I mean, I know IED and 227 have been throwing a lot of shade at each other. There's been accusations of logging and that. I will say, when I've been down here and I've engaged both groups, I've had no one log on me. Everyone's behaved very nicely. There's been no salt. I got more GGs out of 227 than I did out of IED, but then it's not surprising considering my history with IED. But I would say that, like, I didn't find 227s to be prone to any incidents. They all conducted themselves perfectly. It was all very, yeah, really good. You know, some escaped, some died. It was all good fun and GGs. You know, I have had trouble locating members of IED, but that's mainly due to instancing, probably, and like various other things. I had a fun night recently where we were down there and chatting to people in system chat that we couldn't instance with, and eventually I had a 1v1 with a guy that I had to literally befriend, invite to wing and wing up together at the system next door to get a 1v1 going. So, you know, instancing is still an absolute nightmare. The peer-to-peer nature of the game is hilarious. We moan about instancing because we can't get in instances with Australians and Americans and Europeans together. And then when we do get in an instance with an Australian, an American and a European, we complain that the game can't handle it and the lag, which is probably why the game's designers decided that we shouldn't be instancing together. So it's kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's part of the peer-to-peer nature of the game. You know, if you're going to force instancing to put you all together, you're going to have to accept the connection's not going to be the best. You are going to get shadow rounds. There are going to be issues. But it is just nice to be all playing with people from around the world. You know, and I'll quite happily accept a little bit of lag in the occasional shadow round, because let's face it, my ships are designed to ram things, so that's usually in my favour. But only joking. Yeah, there's always going to be issues with peer-to-peer, but I don't think the peer-to-peer nature of Elite Dangerous and the instancing issues are as bad as some people make out. You know, even though me and Panda have our freaky issues in Seoul, we're able to instance everywhere else, and even people who I'm unable to instance with, you can normally find a way around the instancing problems eventually. You know, if you find yourself in system and you're chatting over system chat, you could normally work it so you get into the same instance and you can actually have a fight in the end. I once spent 40 minutes trying to get a fight organised. Yeah, just sometimes it takes a lot of effort. Anyway, I'm going to leave you with the last bit of this kill playing out. I felt sorry for this guy because we chased one Corvette out and then his wingmate drops in to try and help him and ends up being just mauled by a load of thugs. And it's really funny because I was literally, this was my third fight on the bounce. I was running out of everything, so I had to synth some ammo, you know, do the rest of it, and it's all going off in this final fight. And I'll say that's all. Thank you very much for watching, and we got 200 million credits out of this little trip bounty hunting. That's all. Enjoy this clip.
Coming in here in about 5 seconds. What do you want me engage on?
I think there's only one bed here. You still in the corp, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, grab them fucking shields.
Okay.
I'm just grabbing some.
Roger.
Are those aimed at me? Oh, okay.
Coming in on off fire.
Those hit me. But they didn't. I don't think they were from torp. Okay, I don't care what that is.
I'm coming in. Okay, there you go. Alright, come in. Let's see, guys. Should I would? Is he gonna? I would.
Well, his
Go to
shield.
shields, go to shields.
I mean, if you want to torp his drive.
Yep.
Or power plant, you know. Oh, he is soft.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, he's charging.
I'm already on his power plant.
yeah. Save your torps.
Yeah, I
He's
am.
down.